Hi, this is a down and dirty video on the Pro Flight Sim edition, or in this case the A320 throttle modification for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle unit. So I got this about, I arrived about 2 weeks ago. I originally bought it Christmas Day, to be fair, and came all the way from West Coast United States. It's 3D printed, and it just, as you can see, if you're familiar with the Honeycomb Bravo, then it just sits over the gates, and you've got all the detents here. So if I just pull this down, so you can see here you've got all the detents for your idle position. What would that be? Climb, flex, takeoff power. All 3D printed, but actually, to be fair, 3D printed to a very high level. To a high level to the point where, for example, even the auto throttle button is in there, so you can knock off the the auto throttle or whatever as required. And this is the impressive bit: is on the speed brake lever. Not only does it have in the tracks does it have the gates, but this is genius. You can also arm it, and it's electrically, obviously sets it up in the aircraft as well. That is fantastic. Excuse me. It's also got, like, for example, we come down to idle. They've even manufactured little wedges in there, which when you bring up the levers there, it then allows it to go back either into sort of like idle reverse or full-blown reverse. So if I push these down, it won't go back any further until you lift the gate and then you go back. So you've got the absolute confidence to know that when you bring your throttles back, because we probably all suffer where we can't you can't get the you just can't get the movement right, especially if you're in VR like myself, and trying to find your pre-programmed positions for the for flex and climb and everything else. Whereas this has actually got roller bearings, sort of like a roller ball bearing in the base, and it's obviously designed to hit all these little marks. And if you should be able to hear it. Absolutely lovely. The apologies for the cat's bed. Let's push that out of the way. The flap lever, there's nothing to make. You just push it straight on because this is already in position, and you've got all the gates down there that you could ever need. On some of the parts, probably can't see it here because it is black and it is dark. There is a very, 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 very faint trace on some of the parts of the 3D printed track line, but I gotta be honest, it don't bother me in the slightest. But this is clean. This is it's almost like it's injection molded. This is absolutely stunning. The only thing I will say is that if you fly with the throttle on the left, this button here, although it's modeled, doesn't do anything. It's only this one that's got the switch, but that doesn't bother me, at all. Off the top of my head, I paid about £100, including postage for this, from the US, and I have to say, for the Airbus, it's a no-brainer. Gone are the days when either in the fly-by-wire or the Phoenix, you sort of like go to flex and then you come back, or you try and find it initially to take off, and it's like, hang on, that one's in, that one's not, and then coming back to cruise or whatever. Or climb. It's a nightmare. But this has just made it unbelievably so easy. So you get the two shells, the two blue shells. You get this is the full-blown Pro kit. So you get the two blue shells. You get the speed brake lever with your electronic arming. speed brake lever and the what's his name's the throttle levers, and they literally just sit straight on. Oh, and these two little caps which go over the ends. That tidies it up, you know, to be honest, and also helps like support all this. But this is solid. I've not taken it off since I've fitted it. It's got an added bonus because I also fly DCS. And if anybody's also got the C-130 Hercules, then certainly if we, you know, these two little gates are great for finding, like, you know, beta and ground idle, because that's notoriously you know, difficult to get to work correctly. So that's another added bonus. But you know, for the Airbus, this is absolutely, it's amazing, and it's quality, it's well thought out, and it does absolutely everything it says on the tin. So this is a massive thumbs up to Flight Sim Factory for this product, because it just transforms this. Originally I just had, you know, two levers on there, the original Saitek lever, sorry, the original Honeycomb levers with added 3D printed, you know, and it looked, yeah, it's all right, but you know, it was never great. But this has just transformed it, right? So it's 100% from me. Get one, because you won't regret it. Thanks a lot.